Hey everybody, it's your makeup besties here and ready to talk about makeups and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we can be found on Instagram under YMUB Podcast. The same thing for Twitter, and our YouTube can be caught up in the link tree on our Instagram bio. It should be under YMUB, but we still need to get some more followers so we can label it. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so your MC for today is me, Sandy, your local gothic aesthetic witch with an interest and love for pastels and bright colors.
Mm-hmm. This is a
Um,
confession. Are you confessing?
I'm confessing. I do have a secret desire for light colors. I am usually doing dog walking during the day and I draw at night, but for the most part recently I've been doing more of just chillaxing, trying to keep my inner core happy.
Mm-hmm.
um, and I'm going to throw it over to my bestie, Yali.
Hi, makeup besties. I'm taking a break from emceeing, guys. I'm Yali. I'm the entertainment writer. I work for an animation studio. I work for a pop culture website. I also work for a college. Working on submitted something for a medical journal to be published about the end of the year. And I also work doing like journalism revolving around identity and stuff like that we're working on. So how people identify themselves or how they don't identify themselves. I'm also the mom of the group. So if I sound like I'm bossy or I'm just trying to ground everybody, I can't help it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep peace. I'm also the one always defending you neutral lovers, but not doing it successfully. I apologize to all of you. I'm so sorry. So yeah, and I'm the one whose hair color changes every 3 months. I'm actually getting ready to change it in like 2 weeks, so you can look forward.
Goodbye, cotton candy.
Goodbye. It's going. I'm actually getting extensions.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so my hair will be long and a different color. Stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's just me, your regular cotton candy mom, doing her best. And newly single.
You hear that? Anybody, everybody, come on,
DM.
put in your bids.
I'm bisexual, so you know how I go.
I guess we can throw it over to Shauna.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Shauna. I love all things glam and all things art. I don't really create the art myself, but I'm good at enjoying it. Um, I find myself binging lots and lots of TV at the moment. Netflix, Hulu, Samsung TV, all of those things. Disney Plus are all my bays at the moment. That's how we do over here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, During the day, I manage an art gallery at a cultural center. And during the night, I'm binging TV or putting on makeup to go nowhere because we're still in a pandemonium. So
Mm-hmm.
that's me in a nutshell. And what's new in my life? Nothing, because my life has been the same for the past year. Just every day is the exact same. It's a repeat. And with that, I'm just gonna toss it over to Drea.
Hi, it's Drea. Still love purple.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make it until I could take a vacation and trying to schedule that shot so I could get out of here. That's all I'm looking forward to. That's it.
Speaking on vacations, what is one makeup item that has to be in your bag before a vacation? I will go with
Mm.
mine. If I had to choose, I definitely want to have a black liner because I need to have my cat wing on deck. It's gotta be pointy, it's gotta be sharp, and it's gotta be nice and black.
Mm, that is a good one. Oh, okay, I got it. because I can put it in everything. I'm taking the Artist Couture LeBron's highlighter. It's good on the eyes. It's good on the cheeks. If I mix it with like some lotion or oil, it's like it looks all glowy all over. Because I like to be glowy. I'm not a matte bitch. We know this. So I think that's it. Like I can just kind of put it. I could just honestly just bathe in it, and we're good to go. We're good to go.
That shimmer.
Everywhere.
When I went on vacation, I ended up not really wearing as much makeup as I thought I would because it was just hot as fuck. But I'm one of those people, if I don't have like black liner in my waterline, I think I look stupid. So, like I look like I'm not like a person if I don't have like, even if I never wear makeup throughout the day, I always have like black liner in my waterline. So I would just take like the best black eyeliner. Which one am I using right now? I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio one,
Oh,
and
nice.
just all the time. And that's all I would take. I feel like it makes me look alive. Like I got my life together. I drink my water, and I get sleep. Like no one can tell I'm struggling on the inside. So I had to take just a regular eyeliner pencil.
Me to choose because I like to overpack makeup. Like that's usually my heaviest thing out of everything. But if I am rushing, so I need a palette where I could just do like a two shadow look or like a color pop shadow where I could just throw that on the lid and just be gone. And I know like this looks good, and it's shimmering, it's sparkly, and like that's it. So just something that can be easy but also look really good at the same time, because I can't be boring. If it's gonna be boring, it gotta look really good.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, with those answers, we're going to pop off onto our first topic, which is spring cleaning.
Springtime.
Who's ready for that moment in the year where we go through our boxes and boxes and boxes of makeup and
I've
either
started.
toss things out, clean them up, find more reasons to buy more stuff? But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss ways to clean, how to organize, what we use to kind of like put our stuff away. And that's pretty much it. We'll continue forward, but for the most part, this is what we're going to have a conversation about. Does anybody want to start?
Well, I actually started my spring cleaning, like my total spring cleaning, because like Latinos, like you get a little hit of warmth, and then your mom plays Mark Anthony, and you know that's time to start cleaning and getting rid of shit. So I ended up having like a really large a box of makeup that I decluttered, and usually what I do is if I haven't touched it in 3 months, then it means I didn't want it. And I had a whole box of stuff that I hadn't touched in like 6 months, and so I donated a lot of it. But what I did learn during my decluttering is that I don't have any more like plain, like flat out orange liquid lipsticks. And I was like, oh, I love orange. Where did all my orange go? So I bought like four new orange liquid lipsticks because I didn't have it before.
Did you get any from a specific brand?
I honestly, I bought two Kat Von D's A Go-Go because I noticed that those work the best with the mask situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought two. I forget the name of the orange color from Baby Bat Beauty is, but two of those, just so two of the same, just to like have one and then have a backup of it. And then I've been cleaning a lot of my stuff, using a lot of Colored Rain has like their little distings of makeup brush soap, and it smells really good. It doesn't break me out. And one of the other things I've been doing with spring cleaning is I've decided I'm no longer using makeup wipes because they just end up in landfills. And they're not good for you unless they're made out of like biodegradable or compostable material though. So I bought a whole bunch of the makeup erasers. So that is my spring cleaning, and also trying to help the earth because makeup wipes are not good.
It's not.
They're not. And so I don't know. I think there was like a hashtag or something and like no wipe shit or whatever it is. So whatever that
I'm
hashtag
not
is, I'm
sure.
part of it.
I'm not sure if it was because of the whole like that stuff, but or the pandemic situation where people are like, there's no more toilet paper, so I guess we're using wipes.
Yeah.
Why?
So yeah. So I'm on the makeup eraser train with everybody. And one of the packs came with butterfly clips, so that really
Oh, that's so
sold
cute.
me.
Shauna, would you like to go next?
Sure. Spring cleaning. Cleaning and organizing. Organizing is not my strong suit, as anyone that knows me will tell you, and I never get rid of things. So for me, when it comes to spring cleaning, I only get rid of things that are like not powder and things that have like separated, and if you shake it, it won't go back together, then it gets tossed. But besides that, I keep everything. You all know this. I'm like a makeup hoarder. I keep as much as I can unless it's broken or like extremely expired. For me, I have eyeshadow palettes from like years ago just because they never expire. And even if I don't do my makeup even if I don't touch something for like a couple of months, I'll either give it away to like a friend or I'll keep it. And then ironically, later that year, I'll end up using it for something stupid, but I'll end up using it eventually. Or what I'll do is a lot of the liners, and well, they're not liners yet. A lot of the colors that I don't use, I turn into liners eventually.
Oh,
Whether
that's
that's like with a
cool.
medium or I throw like an eye primer in it, like usually like the Elf Studio primer because it's a little bit more creamy.
Hmm.
I'll like break it up and throw that in there and turn it into a liner eventually. But I don't really get rid of stuff because like y'all know I'm cheap to begin with. So like if I bought it, I'm probably going to use it. There will be use for it.
With that, I actually want to put a little segment there. Who would like to watch a tutorial from Shauna on creating
Oh.
your own eyeliner? Because that sounds
I want
like
to watch it.
I do too. I have a whole bunch of colors that I don't use, but if I could use them as liners, I'd do it.
I'd
Same.
do it. I'd create a little IGV. What is that? An IGTV video.
You were just missing a letter. That's all it was.
Just one letter, but it's the important one.
We can
But
definitely
yeah,
do that. We can set that up.
yeah. I don't know. I don't like to get rid of things. I mean, unless they're expired. But powders don't really. They'll say like within 24 months, but it's a powder. You can just sanitize it.
Yeah.
You can have that till the cows come home. Like nothing's gonna happen to it unless you have like a massive eye infection and you don't clean it after. But like if I feel my eye getting itchy, I'm just not gonna use makeup.
Hmm.
And then I don't use a lot of makeup wipes. What I have I will use because I already have it, but I
Mhm.
haven't bought makeup wipes in months. Like I just haven't really been buying them. I've been buying like makeup erasers, but like the off brands just to give them a test. Fun fact: I love Primark. The ones from Primark do not work. Those
Okay.
are good for like washing your face, but like don't use it to remove your makeup. Like it's not going to hit the spot. I got these Catherine Malandrino ones, which is a little fancy because she's designer, but I got them off like BoxyCharm during a pop up, and they look so cute. They look like makeup puffs. Like there's a big one and like a little one, but those
Mm.
work amazingly well. And if I ever see them on pop up again, I'm probably gonna buy like 4 more packs because they were
Nice.
only $6, but they work really well even without a cleanser. But y'all know me, I'm
Um,
kind of a skincare junkie, so I have to cleanse. There's no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts, but yeah, but spring cleaning, I just kind of literally sanitize everything, see what I haven't used, what I don't plan on using. If I like really don't plan on using it, I'll give it to someone else. And what I think I might use, if I don't use it for my eyes, I'll just turn it into a liner. It's not a long process, just got to make the decision and make sure it's a color you're really not going to use because once it's a liner, there's no going back. There's no going back.
How
But
about you,
yeah.
Drea?
Um, I'm probably the biggest hoarder of the group. I don't give away makeup. I bought it. I spent all my money on it. I'm also cheap like Shauna, but I'm a little bit more. I'll give people my money a bit more. But I do love a good sale. But also, like, I bought it and I liked it for a reason. So usually, for me to give away something, it has to be like I know, like my style probably would have to have changed or something like from that, or like I know like this is not a good quality product or something, or it's just something like this is for my little cousin to use. Like, so a lot of my stuff I've given to my little cousin, or I've sent to Belize because I'm like, someone else can appreciate this because I know I can't. Because a lot of stuff, you know, when I have had BoxyCharm or anything from Ipsy or things I bought from like a long time ago that I've just never touched, then for me, that's when I'm like, okay, I can't do 3 months, like, because I don't wear my makeup as much anymore because of I could for work, but who's getting up an hour early? I can't get into work now. Like I'm getting into work an hour later. So who's waking up that early? Um, Definitely not this girl. So, and you know, it's just there. I haven't been going anywhere, and the motivation for me to do makeup right now is like very low. So I can't do that to my makeup. I would throw everything out. So it has to be like like last year during this time. I was home because that's when my dad was sick with COVID. So I had the time to go through all my makeup, clean and sanitize everything, fix whatever was broken, and then whatever I was like, I know I'm not using this or whatever, then that's when I gave it away to like my little cousin, or like I'm like, oh, Shauna, does this fit you? Or like I'll give it to um if it's pink, I'm like, that's Yali. Because then like other stuff I know, like we all usually got, so I'm like, oh, I know Sandy has all this because then we have like some of the same subscriptions and stuff. So either I give it to the girls or my little cousin, or that's in a box to Belize, or if I know I haven't opened it at all, I'm trying to sell that. I need the money back. Like,
Is there
but
a site that
otherwise
you
it's
use
very
specifically?
rare.
I have a question. Is there
That
a
I've
site you
tried to.
use specifically?
If is it what specifically?
Is there a site that you use specifically for selling makeup?
Oh,
For
um,
our
I'm
audience.
on the regular ones like for I'm on Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark. Like whichever one, whoever's gonna give me money, I'm on it.
I guess for myself, I'm going to count my blessings because I never actually cleaned my makeup when I first started. No, yeah, I see those faces. I'm going to count my blessings because I never actually cleaned or trashed or any of that. A
Girl, I'm
lot of
coming
my
over
makeup
and I'm playing Mark Anthony, and you gonna have to just get through it.
just bring the Spanish playlist, the Spanish
Just
cleaning
Bad
playlist.
Bunny, all of them. You gonna get it done.
Oh no, well recently I've learned how to do it, but before many years ago that I have been using makeup, I did not realize you had to throw it or clean it or sanitize it whatsoever. And that's why I'm saying I'm counting my blessings because I never
No
had
infections.
infections, no pink eyes, no crust on the lips, like nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been good. But now recently I think Yali's the one who showed me a video on how to clean stuff. And I've been doing that for everything that I own. As far as spring cleaning, I'm also kind of like Drea. I don't throw everything out. If I do donate something, I donate something I haven't touched more than once, and I do try to clean it before I donate it. I like to donate to women groups because they need basic stuff to be able to kind of like do job interviews, blah, 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 blah. So I'll donate there. But for the most part, I really don't trash anything. But I also am not a big spender like that. I don't think I buy if I don't want it. Like if I really don't want it, I'm not gonna put the effort. But if I want it, I'll buy it. So
Amen.
so for the most part, everything I own, I either just reclean or even if it's 3, 6 months, I'll just sanitize it and hope to
Yeah.
gods. As far as organizing, I love That's my kink. Being organized is my kink. So I have like a little stackable thing that I got from Amazon, and I have everything set up in a way where it's like, okay, so this has my primers, this is where my light lipsticks are, this is where my dark lipsticks are. I have a couple of palettes that are very like colorful, and the neutrals and blah 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 blah. Like I want to get one of those big tall white things.
I'm like
But
Alexa drawer thing.
if I do that, I'm gonna be screwed.
Because then you got to fill it up. You're going to have to fill it up.
Yeah, no. It's okay. We're okay.
You won't have to fill
We're
it
not. I can't. My wallet already cries. Thank you. So here's another topic. If you do trash something, what is it that pushes you to either replace it with the same product? Would you want to replace it with the same product? Would you prefer to replace it with a new product that you're interested in? Or would you try to get something totally different from what it was?
I usually replace it with the same product. Because it's like, if it's something that like, it just went bad, then and I was used, and it means like, oh, I fucked with it. It's just it ran past its expiration date. It's kind of like, okay, the milk is expired. I still need milk. I'm just gonna go get milk now. So for me, it's like, okay, what did I just recently replace? So my favorite liquid lipstick of all time is KVD's Sanctuary. And
Yes.
I ran out of that, and then when they were getting rid of like the Kat Von D stuff, and they were all like $5, I got like 4 of them. So I was like, I'll never run out of Sanctuary because I need it. Although realistically, if I open like my problem is I've been accidentally opening the extra ones, forgetting like, oh shit.
Oh
no. So I may have used many of the backups by accident because I didn't organize correctly, and this is what we're learning today about organizing. So I'm the type of person I would just rebuy the thing that I like. Sometimes with skincare, if I try it out and it just didn't end up being something that I thought changed my life, then I'll try to get another version of it. That's more when I'm more experimental, especially with my skin being very lupus-like. So it's just like I have to make sure it totally fits my routine and my skin. But usually if I like it, I'm replacing it. I guess I'm faithful that way. But still, I'm single, so I'm not faithful enough. It's not something men are looking for. Faithfulness.
An upgrade.
I guess I'm kind of in the same boat as Yali. If it's not expired, it's not going nowhere, unless I donate it, obviously. But usually when I replace something, if it's something I like, I'll just replace it because I know I'm going to use it. Like for mascaras, I don't really have a strong, this is the one I have to use every time. I do have, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have some that I really love, but I'm not loyal to none of them. Like I'm always open to trying mascaras. Like a mascara is a mascara, and for me, it tends to be more about the brush than the formula. So if I find a brush that I really like, I'll just keep that brush. Like I will toss the can and just keep the brush and just use that brush over and over again with another mascara. But if it's like liquid lip, I try to find things that are similar. For example, Melt, if you're out there listening, probably close to a decade ago, you had this stunning color, this beautiful blue color. Don't give a fuck. And you discontinued that and you never brought it back. And then you pretended you brought it back by bringing back something similar to it, but it wasn't the same, and we noticed. And I've been like on a mad blue lipstick hunt since then. And I found a lot of blue lipsticks similar to that, but none that are quite the same. But I think there was something like in the ingredients list that was like really hard to find and formulate. So like once that batch was done, it was just gone forever. But I still have that original one. I keep her safe. She's still in her box. I know where she is. I pull her out once or twice a year for like a real spicy look. Then I put her back in her box and I put her back in her case. Like I said, I'm not really good at organizing, but the things that I know I can't find again, I can tell you exactly where they are any time of night. 3 months from now, I can tell you where it is. I have backups of certain things that I know if it ever goes out of stock, like permanently, I would cry. So that lipstick comes out once or twice a year. That's it. I don't think I have the same affinity for eyeshadows though. Like I tend to find a lot of dupes, and I'm fine with finding dupes because I find over the years like companies have become smarter about formulations.
Mm-hmm.
So like an eyeshadow that was once like $30, like Natasha did known as Black as Black, that was like known as like the black eyeshadow. I find a lot of companies have like upped their game, so I don't have to go buy a $30 black eyeshadow. I can buy a $2 one. I can buy a ColourPop one on sale and just play with it a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, I replace things that I used before. I will rebuy certain things. I do all of the above, essentially. I guess that's what I'm trying. The long way around that is I will rebuy something I like, but I will also try anything at least once. And if it works, it works, and then that's good. And I'll potentially rebuy that again. But I'm just a hoe out here in these streets for makeup. I'll try anything at least once. Try anything at least once. Yeah.
For me, I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm the same way. I will literally try anything. There's so many brands. I think it's super difficult to limit yourself. Um, we have also I have so much stuff. So if I run out of one thing, I'm pretty sure I have either a backup or a dupe of it or something similar. So it's not like, oh my God, this mascara. I have like 10 more mascaras. Like we're very good. There are my favorites of the group where it's like if I finally somehow consolidated all my, but otherwise, like I either already have backups or I have something similar or dupes, or there's stuff where it's like I'm not very loyal to this thing and like it's fine. I think the only thing that I might be super loyal to is the KVD like purple brow because I mean no one I was just using eyeliner before to make my eyebrows purple, and then probably like um, colorful liners. I will buy from basically everyone, but I do love the ColourPop liners for your waterline. I love colored liners in my waterline exclusively, and I will use the shit out of them. They'll either finish or they'll dry out first, and then I will like rebuy those and like replace those because those are things I use constantly over and over again. Because everything else is like I'll either change it up because I have so many different ones, or depending how I want my skin to be or how hot it is, you use different products. And I just have so much of certain things, so it's like it's not like oh if I don't have this I'm gonna like whatever. And I'm very open to trying things. I don't really stick to one thing or one way to do things, so I don't get I'm kind of free in that aspect. Um, Especially talking about like colored products, like not even just face products, just color products is just like I don't remember rebuying a palette. Like
I don't think
who
I've ever
does
rebought a
that?
palette. I don't. Do people rebuy eyeshadow palettes? I don't know.
They do, but not
They
often.
Backup,
do.
as a backup.
As a backup.
It's a but like
I
it's
could like I've never bought one like I finished this. It's like, oh no, it's a backup. It's limited editions by my favorite person. I need to have two of these. But no,
Like
like
the Jackie Anastasia, I have like 2 backups.
I have two and I didn't even break them open yet. They're just two
They're,
chilling
they
there,
yeah, they're chilling.
waiting for me.
They're not for use. And the
Just
LeBrons, I have like
decoration.
4. The
Yeah, I
LeBrons,
probably
I
have
have
like
like 4
three or
backups.
four LeBrons, two La Peach.
Hmm.
Like we good homes. I
And then
got
I have a backup of the Urban Decay, the electric palette. I have a backup
oh you
because
do?
she's never
Ooh.
coming back because they play in me. But I have a backup, so don't worry. You don't got to bring her back if you don't want to.
You gonna get DM. People gonna buy that shit off you.
You thought.
Right. I have like a backup like draw, like stuff that you know are like limited edition collabs that will never come back. I
Mhm.
have so much of like the Lisa Ashley Elf. When Jackie had her Elf palette,
Amen to
I
those
have
as
that.
well.
Those I hate gloss. and that one I really like that one. Stuff that's like my favorite color, and I know they're okay. This is leaving. I'm buying 2 of this. I have 2 of this color. When ColourPop love to discontinue stuff, they discontinued my favorite liner, which I feel goes, at least for my skin tone, it goes with fucking everything from nudes to pinks to browns. Like this shit is like, it's like that is my holy grail. Nude lip liner is a must. I have like 6 backups, and I actually finished a whole pencil, and I was still trying to use that bitch when it was like this big. It was nubs, and it was like, it was just looking at me like, ma'am,
There is no more.
ma'am. And I was like, I don't want to open another box. Meanwhile, I have 6 because I cannot live without that liner. So when it comes to like that's how I do it. Like that's the only way I'm like, yes, I have to buy another one of this thing. Like I don't know if they're discontinuing the KVD brow or they just I don't know. But all I know is I have 3 purple KVD brows. Okay, so they were like $8. Yes, please. So that's my method.
I think for me, I think I also have a mixture between Yali, Shauna, and Drea. I don't really rebuy a lot of the same things except for eyeliner. I have a specific one that I buy from one of those the beauty type stores, the beauty stores. They have this one specific liner from NF or NL or
NK.
There you go. I buy from that specific brand because I like how they have the magic bottle thing.
Yes.
But for liners. And they have a liquid one and a matte one. So
yes.
I buy from both, and I buy like a huge bulk of them because they're not expensive. The only problem is as soon as you open it, that's it. So you have to kind of keep them separate from the ones you have out, or else all of it just dries up. And it's getting to the point where you can't really find them because the last time that I went to buy them, they had like 2 mattes and 1 liquid out in the open, and I was so sad.
I got them over here, girl.
I'm gonna have
they abundant. Let me know. I'll pick you some up. They're abundant over here.
Oh, well, let me send you some money because that's my holy grail.
You know Shauna to connect.
I'm gonna need a boat.
Just a boat.
I need a storage unit. Rather than just one brand. The last blush that I really loved was the one from Milani, the rose ones, but it was like a dark mauve color. That was my bitch. And I can't even remember the name of the damn thing. So when I bought one recently, it's not the one I wanted. But that blush was so good to me. But outside of that, I like trying new things. I like new colors. I don't think I ever rebought a eyeshadow palette. Everything is its own little palette. Nothing has ever been a duplicate. If I could have gotten duplicates, I would have gotten duplicates of the Lime Crime one. The original Venus, I think it was, because of the reds.
Yeah.
I like reds. And I think their color Muse is my favorite one.
Well, you should have picked, they had a whole 75% off sale just recently. And they were like cheap as hell. Your wallet was like, no. I was like, no.
We're dealing with a pandemic. What was it? What Shauna call it? The pandemia?
Yep. The
pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Yeah.
We are in a pandemonium.
Dealing with a pandemonium. My wallet's like, you have to really want this. But talking about money, And speaking about when it comes down to how prices were back then to now, and like you brought up, Yali, sales. All of the sales.
Like, honestly, if anybody, like, if you really, really want something, just wait for like a holiday, and then every company and their great grandma are gonna throw you a sale that you never even thought of. And it's so weird because, like, I think it was just recently, like, whatever, it was a random ass holiday and it had a crazy sale. I was just like, why is everyone discounting everything? It's just like, it's like practically Arbor Day. No one gives a shit about Arbor Day. Like, why are we, it's like, we're saving the trees and you save some green. And it's like, oh my God, I gotta go buy these things. The sales
Was
are
this for
pressuring.
spring?
What holiday? I think it was Valentine's Day. There was like a whole bunch of sales, and then President's Day. President's Day had a really crazy sale too,
Oh.
and I was just like, "Who cares about the presidents?" They're like, "The presidents are dead, and you're gonna spend your presidents," and I'm just like, "Oh my God, I gotta buy everything. Must buy everything." So I said, if you really want something, just wait for a holiday and take advantage, because other than that, it's very rare that things will just go on sale without like a reason to do so. So that's my shopping smart tip. Now I am spending so much, it's like I didn't save any money at all. So
You're shopping smart in the sense of quantity.
yes.
And I can get all of these things from 10 different stores. That's shopping smart instead of buying this one thing for the price of 10 other things.
Yeah. That's what I told myself when I did the Sephora VIB sale. I was like, all of this would have cost me $300, but like today is just $100. And my mom was like, "You still spent $100." I was like, "Listen, you don't understand."
When you really know the price.
Like when Pat had a sale out of nowhere, I was like, "What is going on?" So I bought one of those mothership palettes for like less than $80, and I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, Pat, for under $125, yes. So, that's my tip. Wait for a holiday, stock up, and then you miss anything, there's always another holiday just waiting for you. Arbor Day, Memorial Day, Ice Cream Day, National Donut Day, just something.
I guess because we're always having holidays or some sort of sale, there is no place to actually go and just be like, who's having a sale today? That would be good. Because I can't keep up no more. Every fucking time I go on Instagram, it's like 10% here, 15% there. How about the big 80% off?
Oh my God, that's Tremboot's fault. Yeah. She really wanted to tell you, like, Sophie, no. Rent gotta get paid first.
She needs to have like a little calendar.
I'm surprised she doesn't.
Use your days to look out for a discount. Trend mood, tips, help. How about you, Shauna?
As the resident cheapskate, we wait for all the sales. On President's Day, there's usually a really good sale. I think in normal circumstances, it has more to do with you getting your tax refund back, and pretty much all the money you just got back from paying taxes all year. They're like, put it back into the economy right away, real quick. So that's usually where that happens. But y'all know me. It takes a lot for me to bite, you know? It takes a lot. Like, there has to be a sale. Then there has to be like a discount for me to put on top of the sale, which those are very real, by the way. Mm-hmm. Very real. I rarely buy anything at full price. I think the last thing I bought at like absolute full price was the Jackie palette with Anastasia. I think that was the last thing I bought like full price. Everything else I wait till there's a sale. I wanted that Colored Rain sorry, that was a piece of my hair. The Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette. Vivid Max? What the hell's it? Hold on, what's it called? We call it the right name. I call it something different every time I talk about it. Vivid pigments and shadows. That's what it is. That was like 2 years ago, and I wanted it, and I kept like waiting. And I was like, no. It was like 40% off, and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait because I know it's gonna be like another 10% off at some point. And I waited, and I kicked myself because it sold out. And then it came back at 50% off if you pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered, and I got 50% off. And I mean, it came like 2 months later because I pre-ordered, but amen to that. There's always a sale, and there's always a sale on top of a sale. If there's except for indie brands, if it's on sale, just buy it because they can't really afford to give you another 20% off, 50%. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for major companies, if you see 50%, you can wait because there's always going to be some influencer or someone that has like an additional discount code that can go on top of the sale. Like I find with
I
go
was
ahead.
about to ask you, as far as your discount codes, where do you go for
I use
discount
Dupe
codes?
that for virtually everything.
It depends. It
Dupe that.
depends for me. Depends on who I'm feeling when I go to check out. Like
That too.
that too. Like like depending on who I'm checking out with. Like I know Jackie has a bunch of discount codes, so she has like 10% off like everything. Rose and Ben, if I'm gonna buy lashes, she has discounts with a bunch of the lash companies. Dupe that always has it. Dupe that has a discount code for like everything, honestly.
Literally.
So when I can't figure out who I'm gonna use, I'll default to Dupe that. But I try to like use the little 10%. I don't know how much the influencers get out of it, but I try to support like the Black and BIPOC influencers and use their discount codes to show that people are coming through for them. Because I feel like bigger, not people of color, they get their codes used like out the butt.
Yeah.
So like I try to consciously make sure if I'm using a discount code, it's someone I really enjoy, and if it's someone that I can't find a discount code for, then I'll go to Dupe that because they're cool, they're chill. But yeah, I try to support the BIPOC influencers first and foremost, and then whoever else after, especially the smaller influencers that have discount codes. I try to go for them first. Then like the next tier of BIPOC, and then when all else fails, Dupe that because everybody.
Literally.
I like that.
Yeah.
Um, for me with shopping, like sales, I try to wait for a sale. I think it's very different now than it was back then. Back then, you had to buy stuff at full price. Like now, like Mac has sales. Never. When it comes to shopping and sales, it's definitely way different than when we first started out. No one used to have sales. Mac has sales now, and they never used to have that before.
Yeah.
I think now it's way easier to track a brand and their sales. Like Line Cry never used to have sales ever. If you wanted to buy something, you had to buy full price, or if you could find an influencer code, maybe you could find that and use that. But otherwise, then things weren't coming back again in like 6 months to almost a year, because also production time was way different. Melt never used to have sales. Like they would have it. I knew to time it out because they would have it like maybe 2 to 3 times a year. Now it's a little bit more frequent, or you have to watch when they have like free shipping. And their shipping is $7, but it is worth it because you will get your stuff in 3 days from LA. So that's actually really, really good. So we're at very expensive. So you just have to know which brand you want, what product you want, and kind of map it out that way. And I think it's a lot easier now because I mean, the market is very oversaturated. So that was not a thing to have like multiple sales a year and all this stuff and like random sale. Now there is a sale like all the time, but definitely indie brands and newer brands, you probably won't see that as much. So definitely like when things do go on sale, that's the time to jump. But bigger brands, it's easier to I like to wait because I'm like something I'm like you guys are not gonna get all my money. And you could tell when something's gonna go on sale, or like I'm gonna wait this out because I know I'm gonna see this on Nordstrom Rack, and it's like no shade because I want it, but I want it for less pennies. So I think that's always like my that's what I like to do because like Sean, I'm cheap, but there's stuff that I like. So you have to know to keep your eye on it, and it's like the stock market almost. You gotta wait to see when is a good cheap place for you to kind of buy in or jump, or you can lose it. And sometimes things won't come back, or sometimes they will, and you have to figure out, like, is this like, this is good for me to jump in and buy. It's really difficult, but at the same time, I think, especially if you're a hoarder like me, it makes you stop and think, do I really want this thing? Can I wait? I think before you couldn't wait. It was like you have to buy everything right now. But now it's like, I can wait. I don't need this right now. I know this is going to go on sale soon. So, like, sorry, bigger companies, but I mean, bitches is broke. Y'all is not paying me. I make $2.50. I'm tired and I want my shit for a penny. So I'm gonna wait as long as possible. I'm gonna scour TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Nordstrom Rack. I don't give a shit. I want that shit for $2, just like you paid your workers, some of y'all. No tea, no shade. So, that's how you get all the stuff.
See, unfortunately for me, the TJ Maxxes and the Nordstrom and the Marshalls near me are destroyed every time that I go in there. I've seen some Mime Crime palettes. I've seen some like really nice things that I was like, oh, that's what I want. I think they had the Kat Von D, the pyramid or the triangle highlight. They had that, and when I opened it up, everything was shattered. My heart broke. So I don't really rely on those type of things, but I think now that a lot of companies that I do like we brought up, Lime Crime has become a little more popular to the point where they can have sales. Mac, I think it's just they're having difficulty keeping an audience nowadays, so they have to have the sales. Like, you have all of these places where it's like, we're going to have a sale because we're trying to get either new followers, or we're going to have a sale because we can spare it. Like, we may have overstock, so here we have all of these pallets that can go today, type of situations.
Yeah, that's how you end up having those like mystery boxes. It's really just like, we have a bunch of products that we overstocked or doesn't, perform well, doesn't sell well. What if we put it in a mystery box and charge $40 and people tell them, okay, $150 for product. People go, ooh, $150 for $40. So, it's, a lot of that stuff does end up being cheaper somehow, some way. And for indie, if you really like an indie brand and you want it on sale, wait for their anniversary sale. That's usually when they'll do it, usually between 30 to 40%, depending on the indie brand itself. But wait for their anniversary or their birthday sale and then re-up, because that's how I got many liquid lipsticks from Baby Bat. They were mad cheap. And she lets you use a code on a code. So I was like, oh, sis, you done messed up now.
I was actually going to say, like, smaller brands like Baby Bat, Tater Rounds. I love Tater Rounds. Like a whole bunch of random indie companies, they don't really usually have sales. So for them, it's just, if I really want it, I'll put the money in, because one, I like supporting smaller businesses, and two, there's a possibility you may never see it again because it's such a small business.
Yeah.
So I'll pay for that if I have to. But when it comes down to bigger places,
no, they go away.
Definitely, I'm not going to. I try to do that thing with the ColourPop, but they seem to discontinue everything once they're bored with it. So
with no warning, with no damn warning.
Or they'll bring it back with no damn warning. Like, oh, this is a secret link with the Hocus Pocus in it. It's like, how the fuck I was gonna know that link was gonna have the restock of Hocus Pocus? Like, y'all have you ever like that's something you should have told me. Like, how was I supposed to know?
I was so bad because I really wanted stuff from the Hocus Pocus line, and it was as soon as everything sold out the first time, I thought that was it.
Yeah, that's what they said, and then
we all thought that was it.
It was a magic link.
They said it. They said it was it, and then out of nowhere, it's like, oh, we have some restock, bitch.
But only in the secret link we emailed you if you were on the newsletter. All right, but what?
I have the newsletter. I didn't get no link or an update. What you do? Choose certain people?
I get that.
It's rude.
That was the only time I was mad. I think Treadmood or somebody else like leaked that was the link. So of course, by the time I mean,
Even checked
people
it.
work. By the time I checked, I think there was one eyelash. I was like, okay.
I
was
think that
so
was around the
mad.
time that I finally caught to it too.
They was like, they got the palettes, they got the lipsticks, they got the line. I said, wait, they got the who, the what, the who? Oh, what? Let me go check. I was like, there ain't shit here. Oh god, bitches be fast. That shop smart, but shop fast, because bitches be fast out there.
That actually comes up to the makeup Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
When things sell the hell out.
Dumb bitches is fast.
PTSD.
Thoughts and opinions.
Fast ass bitches.
Trash. Trash. They are all trash. I just think it's ridiculous that, like, especially companies, oh shoot, just realizing that yeah, especially companies like ColourPop where they are more affordable. I hate when they do like quick releases. And they're like, oh, we have this thing, come get it right now. Surprise, here's Sailor Moon, or surprise, here's this and here's that. It's on sale tomorrow. And I'm like, first of all, you know we're in a pandemic. So no one has money just chilling. So you need to give warning. And they were dropping things like every other week. Like every month there was a surprise ColourPop collab that no one knew was coming. And they are one of the more affordable brands. So if you give people time, they will buy it. It's not a matter of not buying it. We will buy it. Just give us time to know it's coming. And then just a lot of companies in general, like they're like, oh, we're dropping this thing. And I'm like, thanks for letting me know. But if I can't afford it, or it's something you really want, and they're like, oh, it's limited edition, but like for real. Like once it's gone, it's never coming back. Melt Beetlejuice.
I was so sad about that too.
Me too. I was heartbroken because I remember they had that beautiful purple glitter gel liner, and that sold out in about 3 seconds.
Yep.
And like I was like, oh, Drea would love that. I'm gonna get that for her, like as a surprise, or for like her birthday or Christmas or something. I don't remember what it was. And they were like, oh, you thought, right? You thought. And I went on like eBay or something to try to find it, and like by the time I found it, it was like damn near $100 a pot. I was like, excuse me, I guess I really don't need it that bad. But it's just like, what is happening here? But it's just like, I feel like people buy the makeup with the intention to resell it, and they know some people are desperate enough to buy it. They don't know I'm not the one. So like, if you charge 3 times what it originally cost, and it was originally $30, it's just not meant to be for me to have it.
Yeah.
But it's just sad, like or like when they drop something at like 1 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I'm like, people have to go to work. People have to go to school. Like the people that would be buying these things are not really trying to lose their job or lose their sleep over an eyeshadow. Like, come on, you can do better. Or the people that buy like 30 things because they put no limit on it with the intention to resell. I'm like, come on, man. Well, you do not need 30 eyeshadow palettes. You're not opening a store. And even if you were, you wouldn't be a licensed reseller. So please stop buying all this stuff. Like, come on. Just over all of that bullshit. Over it.
Yeah, the Makeup Hunger Games. The thing is, in the beginning, like the Makeup Hunger Games used to be like a fun thing, and it used to like revolve around like MAC like collection releases. Like, oh, they're doing like MAC and Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like they're gonna drop it at some random ass time, and you just gotta stay up and just hope that you catch it. Like the MAC Cinderella one came out at a random ass time too. It was just like checking my phone every hour on the hour, like, no, not yet, okay. No, not yet, okay. And then like in and out of sleep. So it used to be fun, and it's like, oh, did you make it, or what did you get, or that kind of stuff. And now it's just like it's more of like a gimmick, like just to build up hype. And I think ColourPop has been using that tactic, with the Sailor Moon, like, get it, you gotta get it now. Who knows when we restocking it? We might even not even restock it. Like, it's just regularly available. Same thing with the Yoda palette. Like, we're not restocking it, but the Yoda palette is just regularly available. The Animal Crossing is now regularly available. It's just like, okay, what's the tea? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure the Hocus Pocus will come back in like 2 months because
Just gotta wait for it.
You know, like it's not fun anymore. Now it's just like a cash grab or like just a quick way to get, you know, instant sales. It's not fun. Uh, and with the Beetlejuice one, I remember telling my mom, I was like, none of this is really me, but I love Beetlejuice. She was like, just go ahead and try. I was like, whatever lands in my cart, that's what it's meant to be. If by the time I hit checkout, I only got 2 items, that's it. I'm not gonna fight anybody for it. Luckily, I did get the stuff that I wanted to give, but honestly, like I'm so afraid to use it because I'm like,
You don't know if you'll be able to get it again.
and also I'm like I'm in love with it, so it's like if I use it and I use it, then I don't have it anymore. So I don't know what to do with it. The only thing I think I use is the mascara because it's mascara, and they brought that mascara back, so it's not as limited as like the eyeshadow palette or the green lipstick. But yeah, I miss when the Makeup Hunger Games was fun. I miss when it was just like you come out the victor and everybody's like, yeah, go sis, yeah, you did it, or and then seeing in the comments or people like exchanging hate or happiness, like it really was fun. I don't know how the people who managed to get it like the first second, like I want to know what time they got up, like when did they log on the website, like what is their secret that they can check in and out in like under a minute. It makes, what is your secret?
Just to add on to that, what I also hate is when they say something is super limited edition and then they repackage it like a year later and you know it's the exact same thing because you have the original.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, so why did you lie to me? I would have bought it anyway. You ain't have to lie.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to get my money regardless. You ain't have to tell me this was limited edition and then a year later you drop the exact same thing with a different name. Yep. And pretend like we not gonna know. We know.
And that's what Mac was doing, was like, oh, this collection is only here, and then next you know it'll be another collab with the exact same color with the exact same name. It's like, all right, but now it's the Cinderella one. I thought this was the okay.
Like the Sims one they did recently.
Or the Sims one they did recently. You know,
they literally just repackaged an old palette and they were like, look at this Sims palette. But actually, you know what? It's actually this palette repackaged. But look, it's Sims. And I'm like, you ain't have to play me. I can tell. You put no thought into that. There was no thought. There was no lime green. There was no purple. There was no liveliness to it. Like, you ain't got to play me.
Like, but you would have had my money. Eyeshadow palettes for the Cinderella collection, they were all another eyeshadow palette, but they put 2 new shades in it. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, this is not. You're saying I could have bought this exact thing without the Cinderella and the upcharge? Like, it was.
Them making collections, it's very annoying because they don't really make new shades. They call it re-promote. So you could actually find these same shades, same names. It's just in a different packaging, and they just call it re-promote. Very rarely do they actually make new stuff, and I feel like why do they do that? Like, I remember they had 2 collections kind of like back to back, and I was like, these are the same exact lipsticks. Like, I was like, why are you guys doing? What is this? Like, am I supposed to buy the same lipstick in each different? I don't get it. I honestly don't. I think maybe the most that's different is maybe blushes they have new ones for, but even that, it's kind of like. But the lipsticks and the eyeshadows they love to re-promote. They promote whatever that is.
Promote Lady Danger like it's going out of business.
Oh my god!
Lady Danger over here, Lady Danger in a heat wave packaging, and now she's in the laundry packaging, and she heat waving over here. I'm like, do people really love Lady Danger like that, or am I crazy? Like, I don't remember people. I thought they liked.
I can't use a lipstick like that.
Yeah, like Twig or Stone or. Like a
Stone was it at one point.
Like a nude that everyone could use, or a mauve or a dusty rose. Why is Lady Danger in every single collection when you re-promote it?
That brings me to a tip. So if there's a shade that's permanent that they re-promote, I'm using air quotes, into a collection, they might put that collection on sale. So you may be able to get them on sale because it's in that LE packaging. That's how I got the Stone lipstick, because it was I think it was like Brooke Candy or something, or somebody.
Yep.
And it was on sale. I said, ha! Got you, bigot. It was like $8
So what's the Brook
in your
Candy one?
face. In your face, bigot. Like, I
I
would
know.
spend $20. So that's also a really good tip for Max specifically. And then also Max is being weird and having sales because they're not hip no more. They're not with the people. I don't know what they're doing. They need to find their life.
But Mac always has like a 40% good the
No.
going bye-byes, and it's just like all the limited edition shit that nobody bought. So if you really like a limited edition thing, like Dre is saying, wait for it to go to Mac
Yeah.
bye-byes or go to your TJ Maxx. It's just sitting there waiting for you. Because all of the Aaliyah
Cause
collection was sitting in a TJ Maxx like 2 weeks later.
Amen.
I
And you
know.
sent me that
And
like
I sent
a
it to
year
you.
ago.
I was just like, all of the Aaliyah is sitting right here. Like,
It's sad.
in this
I
TJ
still
Maxx.
think they
I
did.
feel
I still think
bad.
they did her dirty. I
They
still think they did
absolutely
her
did.
dirty.
They
Yeah.
absolutely did.
Yeah.
And like the second round of the Selena
Max.
collection was in a TJ Maxx too. And I was like, why is like people don't fuck with the I was shocked.
Mac is making me sad. Like I feel
They need to spring clean.
I feel
They
bad
need
for
to
them
spring
because
Yeah.
they
clean.
were like, you don't have Mac. It was literally like, if you do not have Mac, you do not like makeup. That was
Yep.
what it was. You don't have Mac, then you're nothing. You're a loser. Like, get out of my face. Now it's like Mac it's so irrelevant.
You know
That
what it
40%
is?
buy-bys was like every once in a while. Now it's like a permanent thing. It's like there. Like, they never had a sale part in Mac ever on the website. That was like, here's this special link to go to the sale because this is what's happening this time, and you had to be on top of it because then it will be gone in like 5 minutes. Now that's not the case, and they're making me sad.
You know what it
They
is?
make me sad.
I think MAC, in terms of like complexion, for the longest time, they were like the standard because they went from the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark, and anyone could find their complexion, whether it be their concealers, one of their 80 million formulas of foundation. There was kind of something for everybody, you know? And I think they just kind of rested on that because I know makeup artists still use MAC because like their complexion products, like there's so many, but I don't think they ever updated anything beyond that to make it exciting again. Like they just kind of stayed there, and their blushes are so beautiful and such an amazing formula, but just like they be taking away the good ones. They take it
Yeah.
away and they don't even re-promote it. It's just be gone. And you have to like scrape up your old ones and hope that it works every so often. And even to that, I think they just recently started reformulating their eyeshadows because for a long time MAC was a standard for like everything, especially eyeshadows. And then other companies like came out of the woodwork and they was giving them a good run for their money because in the beginning, you know, you had
Cheaper
companies
and
like
better.
you had like Urban Decay and all those companies come out and they were doing fun things and MAC still wasn't. So I
Yeah.
know recently they reformulated, but I don't know, MAC, like I know it's still the makeup artist, you know, staple because they have so many products, but in terms of eyeshadows, I don't see a lot of makeup artists using their eyeshadows anymore. They still have their complexion products, but they're going to other companies because I mean, even there's Juvia's Place, there's even ColourPop. They up their shadow game a lot because they used to be
Yeah.
dusty as hell.
Yes.
Just saying,
That
for a while they was dusty.
Karuchi Rose palette, that shit was trash. It was a dusty ass mess. I was
Yeah,
like,
there's
oh.
just so many
I
companies
gave
now.
that away so fast.
Mine, same. And you know
That
I
palette was
wanted it.
gone. I
It
used
was
it
pink as
once.
fuck. I touched that shit. I said, oh
Yeah,
no, this iced tea. And I gave it to somebody else.
I did one look. I was like, goodbye, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like there's so many brands with so much of a better formula. Ace Beauty has an amazing formula. And they're still, I wouldn't say they're indie, but they're not big. But something that I think is really cool to just throw into that mix there is just that like so many indie brands aren't indie anymore. And that's kind of a really beautiful thing to see. Like for a long time, you could only get these little brands at certain places. And now like you can see them in Sephora. You can see
Yeah.
them in Ulta. You're seeing them on other websites. And like that's something really
Awesome.
cool because like now you're not limited to just buying it off their website and their stock because smaller companies they don't have the ability to stock. Like Colored Rain, I remember I think is in Target.
They
Not
are.
everything, but the fact that some of it's in Target is amazing, you know.
Yeah.
And then Juvia's, they're in Ulta.
Yeah.
Beauty Bakery, I think that's in Ulta.
Ulta.
Like
Mm-hmm.
There's so many.
Target as well.
Yeah, Target too.
And Forever 21 sells Beauty Bakery.
Oh
Yeah, it's
wow.
like all these little indie brands
Mhm.
that were so good and so cute and kind of gimmicky, but like actually had good quality things. You can
Mm-hmm.
buy them now. You don't have to wait for that web to go to their website and take like 10 years for shipping. Like you
Yeah.
can literally just go online and go to Sephora, go to Ulta, go to Target, or even with hair products too. Like a lot of these small companies are now in drugstores, and like that's a really
Mhm.
friggin' big deal. And I mentioned that to
Mhm.
say because you can tend to get really good sales in those places.
Yeah.
And they always have sales or a gift card or something you can use while you're in that space. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really cool too, to just mention.
My thoughts on Mac, to be honest, my problem with Mac, even though it did have a lot of versatility and a whole bunch of options, and it was the A game of makeup and like VIP basically, that
Mm-hmm.
was my problem and has always been my problem and will always be my problem. I don't really care for I'm the shit type of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And Mac has that
Mm.
I am the shit. And because I am the shit, you're going to spend all this money because we're great. And it's kind of like, did you not realize that we're
I'll make a note with that.
pause?
Go ahead, you're
did
good.
you did you not realize that there's other brands coming into play and they're actually so much better than you are and
Mm-hmm.
cheaper and better quality? Like, do you not see that? But it's kind of like the same feel I have when it came down to Sephora or going to Sephora too. I cannot go to any of these places. I cannot go into a Mac or a Sephora without my face beat
Mm-hmm.
because they treat you a certain type of way. I went to a Mac that was near my job because all I wanted was a nice chocolate brown lipstick. Was looking at all the colors, and the person who was there paid me no attention whatsoever. I'm trying to get some help, but she's paying me no attention whatsoever because I'm not wearing fancy clothing. I'm a dog
Mm-hmm.
walker. I'm not going to be wearing fancy clothing. I don't have my face done. Like, I don't have some sort of ritzy bag or anything like that. And she literally ignored me for like 20 something minutes. And I'm just like, fuck you then. I'm just going to go to the fucking hair place and buy one of their lipsticks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, why am I going to spend my money for you to be snotty? Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a fact. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like I shouldn't have to do my whole face to prove to you that I know what I'm doing for you to want to help me.
Yep.
Also, tip, if you're
Mhm.
still looking for a good chocolate brown lipstick, may I suggest Catsuit from Melt or Chocolate Chip from Joa.
Mm.
I'm going to
Those are
have to
real
look
nice.
into those because
Or if you want a liquid lipstick, Dose of Colors, chocolate wasted.
chocolate
Beautiful.
wasted, that sounds
Beautiful.
delicious.
Yeah, chocolate, the Joa one is a liquid lip too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Chocolate wasted.
I don't know. But yeah, I feel like if I want to go shopping for makeup, I want to be able to try things and see how they look on me. I shouldn't have to go there with a full face. I'm just like, is this good? Like, you know, like I want to be able to go. And if I want to take a swatch, I mean, I don't usually put things on my face in those stores because, you know, people are nasty. But if I
Yeah.
Mhm.
want to take a swatch and touch it, like I want to be able to touch it and be like, oh, okay, this works, and then clean it off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and I hate that. Or the opposite happens. They think you don't know what the hell you're doing and want to be up your ass.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Mm.
ma'am, I don't need no help. I got this. I know what I came for. I don't need you. If I need you, I will call you.
Yep.
But it's either they think you don't know what you're doing, so they want to help you, or they're like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. She'll figure it out, I guess. Like, there's no in
I
between.
try to give them the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, Sephora is a store where there's a lot of products, there's a lot of things, everything is not in the same place. Every
Mm-hmm.
Sephora is designed or like stocked differently. So I
Mm-hmm.
get sometimes where they're like, "Can I help you find something? Is there something specifically you're looking for?" Blah blah blah. Like that courtesy, that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
being like, I don't think you understand what a primer is supposed to do. That type of condescending attitude is what fucking gets me
Mm.
to the point where it's like, I'm gonna have to hit you with this black basket. You do
Mm-hmm.
not move the hell out of my fucking way. I'm gonna have to hit you with this black basket, and I'm gonna make sure I have fucking at least fucking 20 items in there before I hit you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
move.
Just put a
That's the
whole bunch
only
of
time.
curling irons in there and then beat their asses with the curling
That's the
irons in your
only time
basket.
the revengeful me comes out, where I just want to spend all my money to prove to them that I can do it. But then I'm like, Shauna, don't do that. Your bank account would not approve. Don't do that. But it's like in my mind, I'm like, I just want to go buy 5 pallets, and I'm like, no, you don't. You do not want to spend $600. Don't play yourself. But it's just I feel like a lot of those places they need to retrain their help, because the people that are supposed to be helping you, they either try to do too much or nothing at all, and I'm not really here for it. Not at all.
Um, and with that, I also wanted to share really quick as far as the Hunger Games for me. I would have fun with it more if they actually made it a little fair. Because there have been
Yes.
countless of times where I have come on here to do one of the color pops. Hey, this is the random whatchamacallit, like for damn it, what was that one? The Sailor Moon one.
Yeah.
I went on there. I was excited. I was early. I was set up. I was prepped. Crash.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I had everything I wanted in my basket and ready to go. I was logged in. Everything was set. Crash. And it's kind of like they never learned from the previous situation.
That was the restock, right? When you went to do the restock?
Yep.
That didn't make any sense to me. Because at this point, like, this is not their first rodeo.
Nope.
Like, their established brand, they should understand by now, you need more servers, point blank, period. Like, if Sailor Moon is one of the biggest animes in the world, not just in the US, in the world, you need more servers. There's no excuse. There is no excuse why Kylie Jenner has more servers than ColourPop, and she's not selling a Sailor Moon anything. Like, get some fucking servers. Get some IT people in there and make it pop. Make it color pop.
The Hocus Pocus one too. Hocus Pocus like froze. Same thing with Melt. I was ready for Melt, and it was all gone before I could even get into after the queue. Like, I want Beetlejuice though.
But I feel like they get a pass because that's like their first real like collab. So it's like, maybe they didn't realize, how much they actually need stock wise, server wise. But I'm sure like if they don't take that experience and try to do better with the next one, then it's just like then they don't give a fuck.
But I feel like Melt though, they know better. That may be their first big collab, but they know how their palettes sell. They know how their stacks sell. And this being their first real collab, like you mentioned, they should know better. They knew that shit was gonna sell. We were excited for that shit the second we saw. Like, they knew. And they were the only Beetlejuice collab that year. So, like, they should have known better.
Well, that
being said, I want to see how they handle anything. Yeah, I'm like, all things considered, let me see how they handle, like, their next big collab. But they should have known better. Because, I mean, I'm also still bitter from their blue. Their whole blue stack and their blue palette. Still bitter from that. So maybe that's why I'm still holding them extra accountable. But, there's all that. Not forgiven yet. Not even a little bit.
Aww. But with that, we're gonna close off and say our farewells. And you can catch us next time for our next episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to us. As always, you can find us under YMUB Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also listen to us over at Google Podcast, iTunes, Anchor, and Spotify. And also listen to us over on YouTube. We're hopefully going to film something someday soon. But for now, you can listen to our lovely voices over at these places. And if you need to find the links or any more information, please check out our Instagram because the link tree has so many things.
Also, in the little description box thing in the YouTube, if you're Even though it's not really a box. I don't know why they call it that. The
They call it the
information,
drop down.
the drop down, y'all. There's links in there, and it's not a box. I hate that they call it a. Did it used to be a box?
Yeah,
Like,
it used to be a
yeah,
box on
it
the
used to
side.
be a box, but people are just like, I'm like, it's not a box. Drop down. There's links there too. You know, if you know about where find us everywhere. Find us everywhere.
Yeah.
And Andrea and Sean are gonna get on that TikTok.
Oh, we
find
should
me over
add those
there.
too. You can follow us on TikTok.
Follow them. The other three besides me.
The mom can't.
The mom is I'm
yet.
too mom to TikTok. I can't.
Yeah.
There's
so
a lot of
far.
moms on TikTok though.
There's plenty of
And
moms.
I judge
there's a
those
lot.
moms.
Oh,
And I
God.
judge those moms. I do. I'm not whoring my baby for clicks. Not tonight.
That's true. That's true. But make sure to, like, subscribe, and make comments. Let us know what you like about the content, what you don't like about the content, what we could add to the content.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any ideas whatsoever, feel free to also put those in, and we'll credit you. Don't worry, we got you.
Mm-hmm.
You can always check out my stuff over at Tentacurls. I do draw, and if you want a little icon like the ones we have, please feel free to reach out. I am happy to, doodle you.
Yes, reach out to her.
Doodle up. Get doodled up.
And we also have Drea, who creates wondrous kawaii items. If any decorators out there want to, buy a necklace or a bracelet, you want to shout yourself out, Drea?
Yeah, I'm my Instagram is the Lobo box, and then everything is linked in there. And I have a link tree, so all the stuff is on there as well. I have a lot of sunglasses, a lot of stuff. I recently did like a tabling, and it actually went pretty well. And I have some sunglasses that I'll put up on the website soon that I haven't put on there before. I was just doing a bunch of the tabling, so I have some left over. So there'll be some goodies on there. Eventually, I will make more, but I am taking a break for my sanity and trying to wait till after vacay to kind of do more stuff, because making stuff in a month and a half for a table is a lot. I'm tired, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy to see everybody that bought my stuff was really happy with it. So that was really nice and rewarding to see. So yeah, check us out. We will, if you buy our stuff, we will tag you, we will repost you, so don't be shy.
Well, it was another great episode with everybody. Hope to hear from you guys. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye, besties.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Besties.
Thanks for listening.
See y'all.